What's going on, world? Welcome to my podcast. It's Just Different with Ty, where I talk about sports, social, political issues, you name everything under the sun. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave all comment section below. Hit the notification bell so you can get updated on the latest, newest videos coming with that fire. And if you want to have a debate with me on here, I may entertain it, pending what it is, but you better know what you're talking about because I ain't going to play no games with you, right? So, Vice President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris, took a trip, and I think she still is in Africa. She went to Ghana, Tanzania, and Zambia, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I think the real reason why she's there. Right? Let's get into it.
Welcome to It's Just Different with your host, Ty.
So, as I said, Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, is in Africa. It just seems like to me something's going on. Something's going on right now, and I'm happy that Africa is getting its just due. And I see a lot of American black entertainers, whether they're actors or actresses and singers, rappers. They've been, in Africa lately doing shows, particularly they've been in Ghana a lot, and I love it. Keep that light gleaming on Africa, showing the beauty of Africa and the people, and I'm down for that. But with Vice President Kamala Harris, she's over there, and she's going to do a little tour, I guess, in Tanzania, Zambia, and Ghana, of course, right? And so it looks good, right? It looks good. If you're not really paying attention, I just don't trust no politician, especially no American politician. And as a black person, I'm highly, a little weary of black politicians, especially at that position. When you're like a vice president or, I'm not saying all black politicians are bad or whatever, but I just feel that going by history, they don't really have the best interests of the people, and they got an agenda not only in the national but international level and it doesn't really benefit African people. So she's over there, and from what I've read, a few stories, Kamala Harris is over there for the rights of the LGBTQ community. I think she was in Ghana with the president from Ghana, and okay. Let me be careful with my words, all right? Because you got to be careful. We are in cancel culture, all right? And yes. Do I believe that all people should be protected? Absolutely. And if the vice president wants to go over to Africa and see that laws are changed to protect a group of people so they can practice a certain lifestyle without being, harassed or attacked or killed, then, again, I respect that. I'm all for that. As a black person, it's hard to look at what they're doing or what the laws that they're trying to implement or the so-called humanitarian work that the image that they're trying to portray in other countries when you see the conditions of how black people in America live and how the system continuously exploit, oppress, discriminate against black people in America. And I don't really see Kamala Harris saying too much or trying to even do anything about it. Again, we understand she's in that position for a reason, but still, we know the game. We know how American government work. It's always the number one rule has always been to oppress black people. So when I see, not only in America, but anywhere, but especially in America. So when I see this fake little propaganda tool that they're doing, trying to go to Africa and trying to make it seem like they want to create equal life and everything like that and whatever. I said there's a hidden agenda somewhere. And I look at what I find interesting is this, right? She's going to these countries. Now, if you look and you see what's going on outside of Africa with the war with Ukraine, Russia, all these different things, and from what I've read, a lot of African countries, a lot of their presidents have basically endorse or support President Putin of Russia, and so I think America is realizing that all the exploitation that they have done to African people, and they starting to use that grip, and Africa is working with other nations as well, whether if it's Russia, China, whatever have you. And I think they're trying to gain that trust back. I also look at the places with the countries where she went to. You look at Ghana, right? Ghana is known for having this rite of passage thing where they want Black people in America to come back to Ghana and all these great things that they're doing. But I look at the natural resources, which I think that's the real issue. America is still trying to control the natural resources in Africa, so they're trying to establish a relationship or continue to or work on a better relationship with Africa while also promoting LGBT community. And again, the LGBTQ community should be protected. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be, but Black people should also be protected and should be and should be first, right? Because every Black person isn't gay. But she's not saying nothing about that. They're not doing nothing about that. The natural resources in Ghana, I think they're trying to control the gold. From what I read, Ghana is like second in Africa as far as producing gold. So when you talk about also Zambia possesses like and produce the world's or leading in the world of copper, I believe, deposits of copper. Tanzania as well got great natural resources there. And I think that's another reason why Vice President Kamala Harris is there. This is just how I see it. So it's to hold on or keep that relationship with these African countries where they can continue to exploit and control their natural resources. I find it interesting. I find it interesting though. I'll make sure look, you can see the shirt. I support the cause. If you can see it, you see it. Beautification, not gentrification. I'm gonna do a video on that coming soon too. On gentrification. So yeah, got the hat to the matches. So definitely support the cause. But let me go back into this. I find this interesting, right? I haven't really seen, and I'm not saying they have it, but in almost every country in Africa, or at least half of the country or majority, there are laws against someone being gay, right? Someone, whether if you're homosexual, lesbian, transgender, whatever, there's laws against that. And I look at it and I notice when you're dealing with the president of the United States, because I remember Barack Obama, he was going over there, going to Africa, and that was a good play by the Democrats to have a Black man come over there whose father is from Africa to go over and hopefully try to disarm, to have African people accept, LGBT community. But when you look at Africa, when you look at Northern Africa, right? Morocco, Libya, Egypt, whatever, right? Algeria. And I say to myself, why haven't the president, current presidents, past presidents, vice presidents, whoever, and I'm not saying they never have, but why haven't they really been pushing hard to go in those countries in Africa to have their president or the laws to be taken away to where it's no longer criminalizing people from the LGBTQ community, right? It's always quote unquote sub-Saharan Africa, Southern Africa, East Africa. What it's 98% of the times it's when you see these politicians, American politicians, going to Africa to talk about rights and whatever have you, they usually only go to those places. Very rarely do you see them going to Northern Africa. And I go, and again, it's like, so, and again, pretty much all the presidents in Northern Africa, they're Arab of Arab descent, Arab of Turkish descent. Most of the official language there in those countries are Arabic, right? Majority of the people that are there now are, Arabs. And again, they also have fines, imprisonment, execution for being gay. But yet, the United States government don't go over there. But they come to the other countries in Africa where the black Africans are, where the majority black Africans, to put their will on to try to convince the government to change the laws to make it to where it's okay to be gay and it should be accepted. And I always wondered, why don't they do that? What's the reason not going to those countries in Northern Africa where the makeup, right, of the people look totally different? Not all, but you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They don't really go there and push that agenda. So what's the reason for that? And again, I feel it is Vice President Kamala Harris. She's she's coming over here to try to maintain a relationship, because they probably feel that they're losing grip to Russia and other countries, whatever have you, because Africa's trying to be exploited by America and Europe, right? Well, the UK, whatever. But I just wish people would peep game and see what's going on. And again, I could be totally wrong. This is just how I feel, how I see it, what's going on. And you guys, if you guys know something that I don't know, please feel free to share and let me know, because it's just mind-boggling. It seems like every year a U.S. official is coming to Africa, always trying to have the people or try to not make the people, but try to influence the people to accept LGBTQ community. Again, I have nothing against gay people at all. It's just, why is this push being done so hard? And again, their issue is because we want to protect people and protect their rights and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and they should have a way of life. But they're hypocrites, because black people in America is catching hell on a daily basis since day one, since we were kidnapped and brought over into America and forced to be slaves, and they're not doing anything about it. They're not even addressing that. I wish one of the presidents I'm pretty sure one of the presidents of Africa probably have said that. I think I've heard before. But whenever the president of the United States or vice president, whoever they send over, director of whatever, whoever they send over, that should be the thing. Before you talk about what we're doing wrong in our country in Africa, or Africa as a whole, as a continent, address the issues of black people that they've been talking about for hundreds of years. Address those issues first before you come over here telling us what to do, or even suggesting. All right. So that's just my opinion, y'all. Again, thank you for watching. It's Just Different with Ty. Again, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. All right. So with that said, y'all, peace and love.